Good morning, everyone, and welcome to ShortSalePowerHour.com. I'm joined by my friend here, Coach Collard, today. My business partner, Kevin Coffin's in the background. We're with Group 4610, Arizona's premier short sale team. Wow, we trained you pretty well, Coach.
We did, brother.
We did.
Yeah.
Hey, it's kind of been like a client advocacy week. I started calling it maybe homeowner advocacy week, but I'm changing it to client advocacy week because we're talking about the importance of advocating on behalf of your client and doing the best thing for them in a short sale transaction.
Sure.
And I know yesterday you and Kevin spent some time, in the middle of some golf claps and things like that, talking around, how to work with the homeowner and set them up from the beginning for success. That's what that whole setup was about.
Yeah.
And on Monday we talked about not accepting no for an answer, but not doing it just because you're all about yourself, but because you took a client on and you're not just going to take a no for an answer when you know that you're mitigating loss for the bank. So let's shift our attention today to kind of talking around some buyer situations. Okay. So I know out there that buyer situations can be a little bit sticky in some situations.
They can.
And it's not that buyers are sticky, but hey, in this shifting market, a buyer, somebody that's looking to purchase a home, doesn't really know what to expect of the market. Right. So they're really now more than ever depending upon a real estate agent to help them.
Yep.
And I know you've had some experiences around that, so I'll toss it over here to kind of start, and I'll jump in.
Just to shift real quick, just around the buyer conversation, there's a lot of people that go and write contracts and want to buy a short sale, but they bring all this baggage with them. The baggage of, I've got to beat the tax credit. The baggage of, I heard somebody say on the news that you can buy a short sale and still get the tax credit. Of course you can, but you still have the standard primary rules of the tax credit. It's really important that buyer's agents that write offers for short sales, they themselves need a process from A to Z of interviewing the seller's agent, how they write offers. Do they review the addendum, the short sale addendum?
Oh, yeah.
Do they customize it? Do they make additions? Do they make changes? I mean, there's some language in there, and I'll just for you guys to know, on the short sale addendum to the contract, I believe it's lines 12 through 14.
Yeah, here in
13
Arizona.
through 15. Yep. Yeah, that if it's not stricken, that it opens up the opportunity. So if other people are taking backup offers, that buyer has the right per the addendum to still go circumvent things and submit stuff.
We're gonna actually
that is bad for the original buyer.
We're going to talk a little bit around that on Friday, share a story and a situation that we recently encountered around that.
Yeah, I caught the side of that, so it's exactly what we're talking about.
So I think what's important to start off with, guys, is that from a listing agent standpoint, don't shut the camera off or the video. Don't go, this isn't for me. But if you're listing a lot of homes, not working with buyers, now's your opportunity right here in this video to understand that you've got to set your listing apart. What is going to set your listing apart so that a buyer's agent and buyer that are out looking at your home and other homes are going to know that you have a process in place and a system and some experience and things like that. So it's important the listing agents set their listing apart. And it's important that buyer's agents, selling agents, actually set themselves apart.
Absolutely.
And tomorrow I'm going to share a little bit more in detail on what that looks like, but I'm going to teach you guys a little and give you some information. Kevin and I are always going to do a buyer consultation with a buyer before we ever go out and show them a home.
Praise the Lord.
In that consultation, I'll share with you tomorrow what the details of that look like, but the end of that consultation is going to look like getting a buyer-broker agreement signed, and then it's going to look like setting expectations around how we're going to go out and show that buyer homes.
Yep.
It's very important, guys. Understand, if agents are having a hard time, and I'm not mad at anybody, I'm not ripping on agents, but I'm just saying agents in this market are having a tough time interpreting short sales. I have a tough time interpreting short sales myself because everyone does it differently. So if you're not documenting how you're doing it, it makes it very difficult for the buyer and buyer's agent to actually understand the process, and it makes it more difficult for the buyer's agents to represent and advocate on behalf of their client and put them in a good situation. Because that's what we're talking about here, is getting a buyer in a situation that can actually produce results. Putting a seller in a situation that can produce results.
Let's put it in tangible context of your experience. You wrote offers on short sales and stuff for buyers prior to your consultation.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
And then you did it after the consultation, and now you totally believe in the consultation.
Yeah.
You've increased your percentages, your efficiency, and everything else, 900-fold?
Well, I mean, something like that. We had a process and a couple agents that were working on our team, and Kevin and I were not spending a lot of time on our buyers department.
Yep.
And so, maybe in 2009, and I'm guessing, maybe 5-6 buyers we closed all year, 7 or 8, Kevin? I don't know, something under 10. Let's put it that way. It's April 2010 right now. We've probably closed, I think, 6 or 7 buyers already just this month. And we've got about 18 to 20 homes that are in escrow under contract with our three buyers agents. Right. Yeah, And a lot of that, I give credit to
the
talent of the buyer's agents,
okay.
and then the system that we plugged into.
Got it.
And it's, I mean,
so
our buyers.
Combination.
Well, the buyer's agent has to understand your process, because it's one thing just to have a process, but
right.
if they don't understand it and don't find value in it,
and buy into it,
then it's pretty pointless.
Right.
So that's big out there for you guys that are going, I don't want to do a buyer consultation. We'll share more of that with you tomorrow, but I'm telling you, it's going to produce huge results. The idea here is, guys, that you want to have an educated buyer just like you want to have an educated homeowner. You do not want to be out there showing short sale listings, bank-owned listings, traditional listings with a buyer, and in the middle of your driving from one house to another, you're coaching them on what to expect.
Yeah.
That's not the place to do
sideways,
it.
You'll probably lose.
They're too emotional at that point in time, and you're actually not advocating in their best interest by doing that.
Yeah.
So
let me say one more thing here, because you're going to go into the seller piece tomorrow, but it's really important, just like a short sale listing agent has a process, treats it like a business, and has actually taken this short sale thing on as like 80% of their business. It's the cornerstone of our market right now.
Yeah.
Okay, from a buyer side, you can do that exact same thing, but you've got to outline your process and you got to get serious about it on the front side prior to the client.
Absolutely. It's all about upfront. It's the same reason if you watched our early videos where we went through and talked about all the stuff we do up front with the homeowner.
Yep.
It's the reason we don't list their property without actually getting all of their short sale package together, explaining the process, going through the FAQs, gathering our short sale request form.
Right.
We're not going out to their home to do a listing until we've gotten all that. I'm not showing houses to a buyer until I've done a consultation, educated on the market, found out what they want, got a buyer broker sign, and then set expectations for how we're going to work in distressed sales.
And that process and those expectations prevent the volatility of the market from impacting the relationship with the person. That's powerful.
That was a really
good
way to say that.
You like that?
Yeah, it sounded 100,000 times better than I could ever put into words.
That's why I'm coach.
Okay, can we be a little rowdier, like maybe a Dallas Mavericks playoff game rowdy?
Yeah, we're gonna do a real clap instead of this.
Okay, or a
golf stuff.
Texas Longhorns, football
Texas
game
fight.
cheer.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, on three, ready?
So short sale power hour, like you own it.
1, 2, 3. Short sale power